think you always need to maintain a level of respect for Nordschleife because it's bloody mental in Nürburgring. Right, so that off, that
Traction
on.
off,
Yeah,
racing
naturally.
on.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. Right, good. Everybody fine?
Go on, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad, is it?
It's quick. It's quick.
So that's about 100 miles an hour under the bridge. We'll do about 125 miles an hour into the dip. Hell. That's the Horn Range chicane.
Hit the apex on that every time, right?
I miss a lot of apex. Oh, somebody's been out. Look, all the mud here. Bloody hell, it's an AE86 Toyota Corolla. That's a rare beast.
Right, just get out, isn't it?
So here, T13, highest point of the track, 2,000 feet above sea level. I used a bit of extra tarmac there because if they didn't want me to use it, they wouldn't have made it tarmac, but they made it grass.
That's correct.
Exactly. And now we're heading down the hill. We're going to lose 1,000 feet in the next 4 minutes of driving. So it's a lot of downhill, which is good for my batteries because I can regen quite a lot of power by being very, very careful with the brake. And I only use the regen, I don't use the brake pad.
Wow.
So I've got a new record today. I got 7.2 kilowatt hours generated in a lap. Not spent, generated. I was very happy with that. It's
Wow.
like a big high score thing for me.
Well, she's literally just touching the brake.
Yeah, so the
Just
brake
feathering it.
pedal, if you can imagine it, it feels like you've got air in the brakes.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. You've got like this air gap, and then you hit the actual hydraulic fluid. And just operating in the air gap gives you regen on the motors, gives you like
right.
engine braking, and that's charging the batteries.
Right.
And when you actually hit the bottom of the pedal and get to the fluid and the hydraulic fluid, that's when you're actually using brakes.
Yeah.
So I try not to use brakes. I try to brake a little bit earlier, a little bit softer, and just use regen. I mean, she's pretty quick, so you got to think about your braking. So that's full regen. It feels like braking, but that's just regen.
I mean, it feels
I love the way
solid.
we're just in a car having a chat going over a blind summit at 170.
Like it's Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
With the Focus in front of me.
Fiesta, that I think.
Fiesta. Right, that's the speed limit, so that's going to be 30 miles an hour. Now we're going to brake a little bit. Take the inside line, thank you for that thing that you didn't want to happen. Wow. Outside line here, there's a little bit of grip that's not on the racing line. You can hear the tyres.
Yes.
Yeah, little trick there.
Is that
Now we're
because of the
heading down.
camber? The
It's
water's running
because
down,
the
yeah.
inside is all rubbered in.
this
So
where
if you
we were?
drove over the inside that fast, it would just slip off. No tyre noise. But the outside is very rarely used. And there is a bit of camber there, you're right. So altogether, you end up with a bit more grip and a bit faster through the corner. You're trading for distance travelled because you're actually going a bit further by going all the way around the outside. So it'll take you more time to get around it. But you can go significantly faster if it's worth the effort. This is Adenauer Force. It's slick. Look at this.
Wow.
That's
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
There's just no grip there, so you got to be careful. It's a cool car.
Yeah, it fucking is.
This is Metzgersfeld, so we start off with a fast left-hander. It's about 70 miles an hour through this. You can just feel it's just pushing out a little bit there. Then we'll slow it right down. This gets proper slippy here. I'm going to switch from the full right to the full left. Wow. Missing those apexes, staying on the less used tarmac. This is another one where the outside works. So we don't go anywhere near that racing line. You can see we're catching up with two cars from the trails. There's one.
Yeah.
Oh, illegal. Just illegal. What's illegal between friends?
Exactly what I said.
Tribunal heard. This is Versiphon. This is the slowest corner on the track. You get it all the way out to the right. So get rid of that corner, and then we'll just accelerate through it. Use
Very
the four-wheel
tight, isn't
drive.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, I can feel it, baby, then. When was the last time you had a heart-stopping moment in a car?
Not that long
It's
ago.
not the question to ask though, when
Yeah.
we're halfway around.
Last lap. Yeah.
I'm planning to have one before the end. No. I was racing, and I had a tyre explode on the front right. As I turned in, there was just this bang and the clatter, and and I just went and straight off into the grass. Didn't hit anything, luckily.
Nice one.
So this is where Lauda had his fire. This was
Yeah.
Lauda Links, that left-hander back there. This right-hander's called Bergwerk, and we've dropped 1,000 feet. We're now going to climb 1,000 feet.
So is this where the breaks off as well? This is where they do
Yeah.
the mountain testing?
So as we get to the top here, there's a little bit that breaks off to the left, and it goes up at 25-30%, and that's the old Steilstrecke, which is German for steep straight. I'll show that when we get to it. We're about 1 kilometre from that at the moment. You're 12 kilometres into 21, so 9 still to go. Curve, Gloucester Town next, and then Steilstrecke. Indicator on.
Good,
Oh,
lad.
nicely done. People are really on their mirrors today.
That makes a big difference to you, right?
It does, yeah.
Was it all-wheel drive this then?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's one motor in the back, one motor in the front.
Right.
So that's the Steilstrecke off up there under the trees.
Wow,
and that
yeah.
shortcuts to Hull Act. So when we get to the other end of that shortcut, I'll tell you. Yeah, it's a motor at the front driving an open differential, and then the motor at the back driving the rear differential.
Right.
In the event of accident, don't open the doors.
That's fine, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Caracciolo carousel, a little bit bumpy.
I'm going to say, is this...
This is still the fastest way through, even
is?
in the wet. Yeah, it's very, very slippy, but it's still faster than going around the outside. Feel the torque. Wow. So we're going up to the top of this hill. At that point, we will have dropped 1,000 feet in the first half, climbed 1,000 feet in this second half, and we still have 6 kilometres to the end.
But doing this in a rear wheel...
There's the other end of the shortcut.
Yeah. That's a hell of a climb, yeah.
Yeah, you're going up a few hundred feet, and just a few hundred feet it's a hell of a climb. Vipperman, lovely corner Vipperman, a little bit tricky, a bit slippy. I feel it's just skating around in between the bends there. And now Eschbach, which is up over the top, blind crest. This is a right-hander into a left-hander.
Look at that, that's fucking...
I think this
Oh,
is the corner
one
we were
saw,
looking
yeah.
at.
We
Yeah.
went and watched from this thing.
Yeah.
This is the one that everyone were kicking out. That's a big left hand.
See why everybody was on the brakes in that
Yeah,
bottom
I do,
corner
yeah.
now. We were questioning
slippy
that.
as fuck, innit there? As well.
Ice curve next.
Really slippy.
This is Flansgarten. Now my favourite bit, this is Flansgarten 2. In the old days the cars used to do massive jumps over this, land in the bottom. And then nice and fast over the top of here. This is Beloff S. You don't brake for this, you just stay on the gas. one's like the big one, except you just go all the way to the bottom. So 2 wheels on the tarmac, 2 wheels on the concrete, and then out on the flatbed.
See, prior to bringing your own car, you're definitely better off coming and doing this and having someone like you explain the track.
I always tell my mates who are coming over, even if they're relatively experienced on tracks, I say don't plan on doing your first lap, first trip. Just come on over, hang around with friends, jump in other people's cars, get a feel for it, and if you're cool with it, go out for a lap before you go home. But don't like centre everything around going out Friday night for your first lap at Nürbergring. If it's a whole weekend, build up to it. Because always, the last few laps of Sunday, it's super quiet.
Yeah.
Smooth, it's so smooth.
There we go, guys. 1 lap of Nürburgring in a fully electric Jaguar.
Fantastic.
Very good, thank you.
My pleasure. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Probably slightly green, but yeah,
Sorry.
it's alright.
It's the,
That's about me being a dodgy passenger.
it's an